My name's Aeschlimann, and I have just started and enjoy carving bears with a chainsaw, or anything with a chainsaw. A few years ago I took a stone carving class. I've been wanting to do that for a few years. I drove down to Kansas City area and took a stone carving class, and we had to choose a stone, and I chose a piece of limestone, and it looked like it could be a polar bear, like there was a polar bear inside that stone. So that's how I started with a bear. That limestone carving, stone carving, took quite a while. It took me almost a year. My chainsaw bears have taken on average about I would say 2 months, and I work on them probably on the weekends for 3-4 hours at a time. So I would say I have probably close to, I don't know, 40 or 50 hours in each bear. I'm on my 5th bear right now, I believe. And you know, the old saying is it takes 10,000 hours to get good at a craft. And so I'm definitely not there yet. But I do keep getting better as I do them. I use a Husqvarna chainsaw that I didn't really get for this purpose because it's a really big, heavy chainsaw. It's a farm saw, so it's made to. I got it for cutting wood for our wood burning stove, but it's a powerful saw, and I keep it sharpened. So that's my main tool. And then I use a grinder, 4.5-inch grinder, to do a lot of the rounding of things that are not cuts. And then I use a roto tool for the fine, like the fur and nostrils and things like that. I carve bears because there's a lot of information on the internet and on YouTube about how to do that. They are definitely overdone when it comes to wood carving. It's kind of cliche to do a carved bear, but I see it as a good way to practice the craft. So this is my first project that I did with stone. Hopefully you can tell, it's made out of Indiana limestone, and it's a polar bear. So here's an example of something. I just cut out a piece of the wood and tried to make a chair out of it, so that when you're watching TV you could just kind of lean back. It's not as comfortable as I hoped, but it was fun to do, and it's fine for sitting around on a campfire or something. So this is the first bear I did. As you could tell, he's got a neck like an alien or a llama. So that's my big screw up on this one. His feet aren't quite right, his belly's too big, his haunches are off, and he's got a neck, which bears aren't supposed to have. So I learned from that one. The next one is over on the bench over there. I did pretty good on the head of that one and the neck, but I didn't have a big enough stump, so I realized pretty quick that he was way out of proportion. So that's my biggest struggle. So this is my latest one that I'm working on. I'm about, I'd say, 5 hours into this one. This is my biggest bear that I've done, and what I really wanted to do is have one that's waving. And so I've got his hand cut out here, and most of the head pushed out, and you can see how much I had to cut out just to get to it was a round bark. And so I don't know what kind of a bear he's going to be yet. I sometimes wait till I see what I've got to work with. He might end up being a polar bear just because I didn't leave enough for his ears, so they have smaller ears. Black bears have the biggest ears, and grizzlies are kind of in the middle, so we'll see where he ends up.